Hello, this is Siren M. Welcome back to my channel if you've been in here before, and welcome if you have never been to my parlor. Step into my parlor. We're going to do a reading today, and I'm just so curious to find out what's around the corner. The spirits are going to give us general messages. By the spirits, I mean energies, guides, ancestors, inner light, the universe. So if you are finding yourself stuck on a general problem, this is the reading for you. So, um, something about the problem, the general situation. I see the Seven of Coins. You are growing something. You are manifesting. You are planting a beautiful garden. Maybe quite literally. You are planting seeds, metaphorically. And the card is really beautiful. I do see that there is a lot of love and care. So, is this something you care about? And this is something that's connected to your dreams. We also have the Page of Swords. So, this page wants things to happen yesterday. He's very impatient. He's very much in his head, possibly. It's possibly a time of projecting fears or worries onto yourself and maybe carrying too much mental burden. And then we have Four of Cups. Yeah, there's that sense of sort of lackluster. We see this strange fish bringing this cup as if by magic. It's almost like the Page of Cups, but just like a moment before the page realizes that this fish has appeared in a cup. But this is slightly different, where a fish is bringing a cup. I take this to mean that your emotions sometimes are making you feel like things are empty when in fact they're far from. Like, water comes in a well and a fish comes out of it. Like this well is being misused. So I take that to mean your kind of inner reservoir is being misused. You're not filling your cup with things that are really correct or beneficial or moving you forward, maybe moving you in strange ways, your feelings. Or yeah, okay. And we also see Eight of Cups. You've had to leave a lot of things behind. This is a story of new beginnings, turning a new leaf, um, having the card be reversed. I'm just taking the reversal to mean that this wasn't that recent, that this is very much the moment, the extreme to the extreme. It's almost like a feeling like every dream you've left behind is really present with you now. It's sort of like weighing on you. It's almost like you didn't finish this and you didn't finish that. And when are you ever going to finish anything? Maybe you never, like, those are the, please don't give in to those voices, but those are the sort of naysaying voices that I'm hearing are coming along with this experience. And then I see the Four of Wands. So I think you do have something very sweet in your life, a new partnership. This could be with a lover, a friend, a reuniting with someone. But I do feel like this is um, just the energy of something fresh and new, a new chapter. And the celebration of, see, the doorway, the arches are a symbolic doorway, the couple moving together. They're each moving through their own doorway to meet in the middle. So they've each passed a certain gate, a certain challenge. They've each kind of left a chapter behind. So I think to really embrace this dream, you really need to think about it as a kind of ritual, like maybe even well, definitely creating a ritual for the kind of birth of this dream, for it coming true, putting that magic into it. I'm also getting called to draw this card, the Five of Cups. Yeah, because like there's something mysterious and magical going on, and yet what you're seeing, what keeps coming up is what's missing, or what's happened in before, kind of just a bit of a distortion. The reflection in the water showing the cups being empty. Like, you see how the cups around her are exaggerated. They're floating in the water and they're empty, but there are two full cups beside her. And she seems to be looking in the water and not looking at the cups beside her. So, what you don't see, Queen of Swords. This is the energy telling us that you are very capable. You're very strong. You're not one to run away from a battle or when things get hard. You don't just quit. The things you walked away from, you walked away for a good reason. This is indicating the need to trust yourself, and especially just to know that you have the tools at hand to get you where you need to go. Okay, and I'm gonna pull another card here for the past energy. We're gonna use a different deck. Past energy, which we explored a little bit in this reading already. Vacation. So I think this dream came to you, was sort of incepted on a vacation, or maybe you were taking a mental vacation from your woes, and suddenly this dream was sort of born of like, why don't I just have this be part of my life? Make music, so possibly literally hearing something in a song. Music, I get that music's inspiring to you. I also get that this doesn't have to be literal. For some of you, making music is just like when you're engaged in this activity, and maybe it literally is making music, but whatever activity it is, whatever this dream of yours is, or this new project, that you are uplifted and delighted. It's sort of like it just flows through you, like how people describe playing music. Like it just comes to you, and it just, like, it's sort of like your hands want to do this, your mind loves experiencing it. Yeah, and body movement. So yeah, it's like you're dancing, like all your cells are dancing. So that's a sign that you're on the right track. That's what you learned from the past, and these are all really good things. What about, I just want to know about the past hardships. What did you learn? Yeah, to rise above the problems, or like that's maybe it came out reverse, so it's maybe saying there's a little bit of a block here. So maybe you you've been given these lessons in a way to learn. This is the lesson coming out of the challenges. I don't know that you've literally been given these challenges for this lesson, but it seems like a really worthwhile lesson to learn from. So I just see you dancing in your peace and your joy and your security, and just realizing that, like, what weighs others down doesn't have to weigh you down. See how she's sort of just defying gravity, just floating above it all. This is also about feminine, the divine feminine, and kind of feminine consciousness. So it's the right brain is ruled by the left side of the body. So most of the time we're in our left brain, and our left brain is the opposite, right? It's more like masculine consciousness, and it's the doer, and it's the deadlines, and it's the alpha mindset, and it's the kind of what do I want to say? It's like the wavelengths of the brain are faster, and in the feminine consciousness, you're actually seeing things slowing down. Like your thinking is not so rushed. So taking time to reflect, meditate, to slow things down, taking time to do things that make you maybe feel like you're sort of floating, or separate from the world, just to relieve some of the stress. As I did see in the other cards that stress seems to be the challenge. All right, so let's find out more about how you're going to overcome this challenge. What kind of advice can we get? We're going to use the wisdom of Avalon. So how can we overcome? How can we face this challenge? What's gonna come up? We're gonna shuffle. Tell us about the challenge and how to face it. Why do I have feeling this card? The High Priestess. So I remember when I mentioned to do a ritual to ignite this sort of energy that you're claiming this is a new chapter for yourself. This is I would say a confirmation that ritual magic is your friend right now. Um, Daily rituals, just put some magic into them. Movement, okay, yes, moving, not being stagnant, not being in those murky bogs of the past. Movement here could also be taking a walk. I'm seeing for some of you doing yoga by a body of water. Um, Even just if you are able to take a little walk in your neighborhood, taking a bath, these kind of self care things, because you're going to get better and better ideas in a more relaxed state. Restriction. Okay, so also noticing that you may have certain restraints. There may be things you have to say no to. You need to carve out time, you need to carve out a path for yourself. So if you're saying yes to everything that's coming your way, to additional responsibilities at a job that isn't aligned with your passion, to a neighbor asking you to pet sit when you already articulated that you weren't going to have extra time. Just see anything that's like kind of like not, and either not in line with where you're headed, or that is sort of taking a toll on your mental space, on your physical ability to do what you're trying to. I don't know, this is sounding hecka vague, but it's just like stick to the path is essentially the message. The novice. Okay, yeah, so beginner's mind being sort of really sacred in that it's clean, it's clear, it's open, it doesn't have prejudice, it doesn't have those kind of burdens of like, well, this happened before, and also it doesn't have the restrictions of the expert bringing all the learned experience, but then that's sometimes like limiting the kind of risks we're willing to take. So I do think that you starting out is just the right energy. You got to trust your curiosity, trust that you're going to learn as you go along. Okay, maybe one more card. Still at the bottom of the deck. Burden. Oh yes, and I'm getting from the deck that sometimes, um, what I'm hearing is that sometimes this path you've chosen is going to feel like a burden. Is going to feel too restrictive. And when that happens, you need to keep bringing more magic into it. Don't let it just become another stale hobby that you gave up on, because what you're carving out is something new that's magical, that's calling from your brightest light inside of you, and you're calling on like all your skills, all your talents from many different experiences, and you're bringing this all together so beautifully is what I'm hearing. And just trust that process, that you're navigating this, um, with something new, and maybe in a way it feels like this can't be for me because it's too magical. So anytime you hear that, just know that that is not true. You're here to do something very very big and magical and meaningful. And here we have Starborn. Yeah, that's a great confirmation. So this is just going to be, um, just a few last little bits of wisdom from your guides, what your guides want you to know right now. Starborn. Okay, we're going to read about this card because I really like Alana Fairchild's writings. I think she does a beautiful job of sharing meaningful messages. So we're just going to look at this for a moment for you. You have a strong spiritual connection with the universe. Trust your intuition and your inner feelings about things, especially when your inner feeling is at odds with the appearance of something. Sometimes it is when it seems like the least is happening that the most important thing is actually taking place. You just cannot see it yet. It feels meaningful, but I can't like pinpoint like what that is for you, but there's something there for you. You'll know if you know. You have a special and deeply spiritual life purpose to fulfill. Yes, you cannot get there with logic and planning. Yes, also emphasized by the cards. Your spirit knows how to guide you, and the universe knows how to support you. Yeah, so I think this is what's going to help take the burden off of you is just recognizing how supported you are by the universe, that the universe wants this for you, and that you're going to be given all the signs to keep going, um, and you're just going to be more supported the more you commit to this and the more you make things happen in this direction. Following your heart along with your spiritual path is going to lead you to your best, brightest, most beautiful life success. Oh, that's really sweet. So trusting your heart, and like the other cards, the fairy cards emphasize when it feels like music and dancing in your soul, like that your heart is happy and you are feeling alive. And their spiritual guidance, I'll just read a little bit of this as well, as I'm feeling this is resonant for you as well. There's stardust in your soul. The earth loves you and you are meant to be here. But you feel in your heart that you come from some other place. Human behavior may not always make sense to you. Me too. It may sometimes seem unnecessarily cruel or selfish. As you let yourself fall deeper in love with the earth, enjoying her creativity and beauty, you'll learn to hear her in your heart. You'll understand your purpose and why you choose to bring your starry-eyed soul to her. As a human being living the life you are meant to be living, you will realize that there are certain ways that you can help others to open up to the wisdom that the heart already knows. You cannot always understand why things are the way they are, but you can always make a positive contribution toward healing change. Your life mission is to be happily you in the ways that feel most true. To fall in love with your life here on earth just as much as you feel love in your soul for the heavenly stars. I don't think I've ever looked up and be like, I love you, heavenly stars, but I just, the wording of that is funny. But just like, yeah, just like as much as you love seeing like a beautiful starry night, just like that could be your life, and it's just inviting that possibility. You are meant to be here, shining as a beautiful, loving star on Earth. I love that. So, yeah, it's warning against pretending, and just like just try like embracing what is radiant, like what is like star like in you, like shining and unique and magic, and just like take time to gaze at the stars. That's another message from this. Well, that was beautiful. So I think I'm gonna leave it there for you. I really think this is a perfect reading, a perfect way to end the reading, and it's so positive. I'm really, really excited for you. I really want to hear what you're up to. What are you creating? If this resonated for you, please leave a message in the comments. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for tuning in. And if you want to hear more readings, just hit the subscribe button. Selecting like if you like this reading helps me a lot. It helps other people find this channel. Commenting also helps because then we're kind of, I don't know, connecting to each other, and I feel like I want this to be a community, and I really am eager to hear what you all have to share. So with that, I wish you a sweet and lovely day, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye.